about the black dating app called Black?
Oh, it's funny. I never used that one, bro. But hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that.
Man.
We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
Sometimes if they're red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay, so last one, guys.
Final round.
Now we're not going to mention names for certain reasons, right?
Yes.
For a bunch of legal implications. But if you guys are in our community, we talk about this extensively.
Yo, welcome back to Solomon's Crown. I did not go put a hoodie on just to change this video, but yeah, I put a hoodie on. We're part 2 of like the last energy, so you already know what energy we're bringing. If you watched the video about Drake, you already know how I felt about that. Spicy meatballs in there, but today we're gonna be jumping on this Fresh and Fit, which I've been wanting to talk about for a while because like they literally just like disrespected all black women essentially. Bro, he said if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, and I was
like we don't mess with night riders. Yo, we don't fuck with night riders, like bro, like you dead ass right now.
And like low key, bro, like he's just an average Joe, low key. Like, I mean, I think that's just the thing is like once you start getting a little bit of money and clout, bro, like you think you can do whatever you want. But like that's the thing is like all that stuff can disappear in a heartbeat. And it's like, bro, like when you see this man in like 5-10 years, like with a busted old hippo, like bro, it's like, but that's the thing, bro. In this day in society, somebody's going to try to mess with him because they see his potential, things like that. But like, bro, like I don't know, man. Like I go to church. I was raised in the church, bro. I respect women on here, so it couldn't be me, especially black queens. Y'all heard it here first. But let's jump into it. So I'm just messing around, y'all. But so the Fresh and Fit situation was essentially they had a guest on. I'm not sure of her name.
Asian doll.
Okay. That's what I got popular for. He's the info man. But she was having like a side conversation and what's his name? Marlon. Which one is I don't even follow these dudes.
Big Bird.
Bro. All right, I'm gonna just call one Fresh and I'm gonna call the other one Fit. I'll call the dark one Fit and then the other one Fresh. So Fresh.
So Big Bird and Grimace Sucker, gotcha.
So Fresh was essentially just like, yo, like no side conversations, this and that. And like I told you before, like, and I guess to a certain extent, like it got out of hand and then they kicked him off. And of course the producer's just like, yo, I told you beforehand, like no talking, this and that, and don't cut him off, this and that. And it's like, bro, like I'm not even trying to like downplay any of the females that they bring on the show, like at all. But we know that they're bringing on Instagram models, they're bringing on women who are essentially searching for clout, as stated by somebody else, not myself, because I don't follow the channel because it's not anything like I've seen their videos and like their videos used to be like, okay, like, yo, they're talking for like manosphere, red pill content, like, yo, they're dope to a certain extent by what they're saying, like how men are reacting to women and what women aren't bringing to the table and what men need to be bringing to the table and things like that. But like, if you look at their videos, a lot of their videos only get clout whenever they're disrespecting women. So, I mean, what are they really doing? And like, they're just exposing themselves even more and more as the time that goes on, because like, truthfully, I follow Abba and Preach. Like them dudes like are wild and they might say some stuff, but like, I don't think I've ever seen them being disrespectful, like towards women.
Never.
Like, period. And that's the thing is like these dudes came after Abba and Preach, and it's just like, bro, like, and it's like, why, bro? Like, why? Like, you're all getting money, like you're all like doing things in your own space. It's like, bro, just stay in your lane. And even Abba and Preach talked about it, where it's like, yo, their fans from Fresh and Fit would come to their show and like leave comments and be like, oh, you're just mad because you don't got like baddies on your show, this and that, and you could never kick anybody off your show because like there's never any women in this and that. And it's like it like starts looking like alpha males versus beta males, and it's like, that's what it comes down to, bro. Like that's how I feel, because it's like, bro, an alpha male doesn't care about anything that's going on like that. And it's like beta males are like, oh, we're so empowered, this and that. And like you could never do anything like that. And it's like, bro, you're a simp. Like you're a simp, like period. Like the fact that you still follow Fresh and Fit after everything that they said and everything that they believe in, if you believe in like men being better and men being empowered and literally setting a standard for what you want as a man, and you still follow them, like I just don't like. I have no relations with you. I have nothing in common with you, because like them dudes are not the type of dudes that. And the thing is, like, bro, they've been caught up. I mean, this is allegations. I'm not going to say that they've done it, but like, I mean, action, like just how they get the females on the show and just like a certain level of how they treat people is, I mean, just the way they treat the females on the show is like borderline, just kind of like, that's not the way that I was raised, at least, because it's like, let them finish their conversations. If a woman has something to say, like, let her just finish what she has to say everything that she has to say. Okay, you're done. Cool. Now this is where I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you. Boom. There's two different ways to do it, but it's like he wants his we'll call him Fresh. He wants his the light-skinned dude, not the dark one.
He's fit.
Oh, he's fit.
Yeah.
All right, so he's fit. Either way, I'm calling him Fresh. So yeah, Fresh, back to it. He low-key, like, I don't know, he has like this complex on him where he's just like, yo, I'm talking like, so this is the end all be all. And he doesn't really even look like he cares about what these women have to say, because like he doesn't want them to talk when he's talking. Like, and it's like, I get it's a podcast and everything like that, but bro, like, what's the point of having a podcast if you're not going to let the people who came on your podcast talk? And that was the thing too about the chick who came on and got kicked off. Like, she showed up late. So I'm assuming that she was trying to have a conversation to be like, yo, what are we talking about? Like, catch me up with this and that. Or even just be like, yo, girl, like this was wild. Like this happened. And it's like, okay, I get it. Because all these things can be edited out. Especially at the level that they're out. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have an editor and they do all this stuff. So it's like,
they got a good marketing team, actually.
Exactly. So I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about the situation?
How do I feel?
Oh, chill.
I'm gonna break this down in two parts. So first of all, I was an avid fan of Fresh and Fit, but these dudes, like, they mess it up for the whole manosphere game in terms of the validity of the arguments that men everywhere have been trying to talk about in today's society when it comes down to female and male relationships in every facet of life, right? So, but I'm just talking from both sides here. So one allegation where, they were currying favors to have women come on the show. There's another side of the story where apparently that woman was doing it for clout, right? Allegedly, she was doing it for clout, and now we have this situation now, right? So there's a lot of the allegations that were against them. Honestly, it's allegations, and it could have gone either way. But there's a copyright thing, which is complete BS, and it makes them seem like they're crybabies at that point. And then there's this situation, right, with Asian Doll.
So 3 strikes, right?
Yeah. So at this Asian Doll situation, right, I get it, because I've seen some of their podcasts, and some of the women there are like really kind of like, they don't seem like they're very mature.
They don't respect
they're ratchet. They don't respect the show, and they're talking over him and all that stuff. And I get it. Some of the women are like that, but in the same breath, he does seem to have like a condescending tone to a lot of the women there, and a lot of the talking points that he has seem like they're like scripted. They're repeated in the same podcast, right? Like, you always asking women a certain criteria and a certain thing. And as well, he's bringing the same type of women almost. Like, I've seen one or two guests that are kind of like female guests that are kind of like smarter than the average, and they can kind of like punch back. But at the same time, like, a lot of the same like strippers, Instagram models that he brings on there that can't really, like, they don't really have the power of debate, or the command voice that he has to kind of like fight back with him with words. So it brings me to that point where Abba and Preach aptly put it, where it's like they talk about these females that come on their podcast and disrespect it. They always say, "Oh, you come on the podcast and disrespect it. You're talking over me. If you don't adhere by my rules, you get out." Right? And it's like Evan Priest said, like, "Yo, you don't respect your own podcast because you bring the same ratchet woman for the most part, the same type of woman on there to make a clown show out of your own platform by kicking them out." Because obviously by your views, the views where you have like, oh, money management, fitness, all this stuff that help men to become better of themselves, they are this certain amount of views. And then the videos where you have you Frank castling females out of there, like they're way up there, way higher. So it's like, what are you trying to promote? What is your actual goal? Like, is it like surely like profits, or are you trying to help men? And either way, it is what it is. But it's like, don't pretend. And I think why a lot of men or a lot of former fans are kind of messed up off of it is because it's like, don't pretend to be like, oh, you're for men's rights or whatever, where you're really in there for the money, and that's fine. Just be transparent with it. So that's just one aspect of it. So another aspect, right, which is very, to me, concerning, right? So just to kind of build on my argument, I was, people who've followers of this channel, they know that I'm, a second generation Caribbean immigrant, right? My parents were both from Jamaica, both Caribbean, and they came here for a better life. And I was born and raised in America. And fortunately for me, I was fortunate to go to Jamaica and live there for a while. So I have like a closer tie to where my forefathers were from, right? But long story short, growing up in America, I always thought myself as Black American, right? Like I listened to hip hop. I always loved hip hop from when I was like 7 years old. Like Nas, like P Diddy, not P Diddy, Puff Daddy at the time,
Puff Daddy.
Biggie, Tupac, California Love. Like I love that, and that was like when I was 7 years old. So I was like with the vernacular and everything. Granted, I did have my Jamaican side in the background, but my American side was at the forefront, right? So I thought, like, we're all Black, we're all the same, right? But growing up now, apparently there is this divide between Black Americans and quote unquote foreign Blacks that come from immigrant countries, where it's like the argument that a lot of what they would call them foundational Black Americans or American descendants of slaves, they will have this argument against foreign Blacks that come from other Black countries and come to America. They come to America, and then when they get some money and get some clout, they pretty much act like they're better than Black Americans. And at first, when I was growing up, I didn't see that, right? But then when I look at how my parent was, and I look at how some people act, it's like, it's true. Like a lot of foreign Blacks, they come over here and they act like they're better because, you might live in a hood and you see like some people throwing dice or on the porch, like drinking a 40 or whatever.
Bro,
And
what
it's
is
not,
this?
and I'm serious, but that's like that's how like some people see Black people, and that's how foreign Blacks see a lot of Black Americans.
But let me
right?
intervene real quick. Let me intervene. So that goes back to the other, that goes back to like where pretty much like how we're raised and how we're taught about each other's, because like foreigners would come into a US and then they get into a nice neighborhood and people would be like, hey, don't mess with these Blacks because they're ghetto or this and that. And then in the ghetto it's just like, oh, these Africans or these foreign Blacks think that they're better than us because they're from the motherland and they got money and they don't have all the like they didn't have all the hindrance of growing up. They literally come to our country and then it's like, oh, they got money already and they had wealth and things like that. But it goes into like they plan to come to America to work, to live a better life, and they don't want to live in these neighborhoods and be like in the ghetto and just do all the stuff that we're doing. It's like, what do you mean? Like, and that's the thing too, is like I told you before, like when I was in like middle school and stuff like that, like the Africans were like the most like they went to school to like learn to like like they weren't doing all the stuff that we were doing.
No,
They were
no.
separated. They were family oriented. Like everybody in the family worked, and the goal was to essentially help each other in like stepping stone. You guys go to school, you guys go to college, you support the family supports you. We do a business, you support the business, and just so on and
Yeah.
so on and so on and so on. And we even
everyone
had,
just
like,
comes up.
exactly. So that was just my 2 cents, and you can finish your.
But to finish my point, right? So there's a schism, like as Will said, right? So you have, and then you have this divide between black women and black men, obviously, right?
Mm,
That's a very big in the YouTube space, especially in the black YouTube space, right?
yeah.
So I'm here thinking, you on the big Al Gore's internet say that as a black man, blacker than me, bro.
Oh,
You say that, oh, I don't mess with night riders. I don't mess with I don't go down with the brown.
Yeah.
I don't mess with Shaniquas. Like, bro, do you actually like listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth? Like, are you like, do I have to be Chris Tucker here? Like, bro, like what are you doing? Like, you cannot like how does it go through your head to be like, oh, I'm gonna clown my own race of people that look like me or people that have my same skin color? How is that okay? I get it. Okay, boom. I'm a black man. I don't like to date black women. Cool.
That's a preference.
That's it.
But
That's
you
a
don't
preference.
have to, like, the way it wasn't even so much as like people aren't tripping off like him having a preference. They're tripping about how he said it. And like low key, it was mad disrespectful because it's like, bro,
super
like,
disrespectful.
Like, bro, my mom's black, my sister's black, my family's black, we're black, period. Like, it's like, bro, like I mean, like, you can say like, yo, a female is ratchet, like she's ghetto, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can even say that in a respectful way. Like, you can say like, yo, like she's ratchet because she goes out to the club and she's always twerking on somebody, bro. That, I mean, just to get off topic a little bit, but that Haha Davis where he did that twerk monster, like where his girl is like, yo, all she want to do is twerk, bro. Like, it's like, but that's just me like getting off topic. But like it comes down to like the seriousness of the situation where it's like, bro, you're black, like and the thing is like, bro, you're categorizing all black women into like being ghetto and being like
exactly
this thing.
And that's
like,
what,
bro, my sister has a college degree, my mom has a master's degree, like most of my aunts and stuff like have master's degree. My other aunt is like a very successful real estate agent. So it's like, where, what are you talking about? Like,
and it's like, look at Toni Morrison, like super big famous author. Look at Maya Angelou. Look at the women who were in who helped send the John Glenn to the moon, right? The rocket. They helped in the NASA program. Let me not be specific because I don't really remember.
Let's not get out of our realm of understanding.
But it's just like dudes like will just, I don't know if it's with black entertainers, man, but it's like they just have their head filled up with clout, and it's like they just shit on black women. And it's like a lot of the times, I get it from a men's point of view, like black men do get shit on a lot by the world and society, but it's like black women aren't lying when it's like a lot of the times, like even black men shit on them for no reason, bro. It's like a lot of these manosphere spaces, as much as they're helping men to get back self-confidence to become leaders, because a lot of us never had fathers growing up, it's like a lot of these dudes are like straight up like insult shit, like, oh, like yeah, dunk on those women. It's like, bro, like,
but let's be honest, bro. Like, so these shows only bring on women who aren't successful, because there's another woman, I'll try to look her up, but she runs a podcast kind of like Kevin Samuels, but she does it from the woman's point of view. And there was an interview where she was interviewing a dude. He had, I believe, 8 kids and he had 6 babies mamas. And he was not even like trying to be with any of them. And he was like, yeah, I'm looking for love, this and that. Like, I just want to find a woman, bro, dead ass. Like, and she's like, bro, and like low key, I felt like he was trying to shoot his shot at her, like, yo, like I'm looking for something like this and that. And she's like, first off, I would never deal with a dude like with you. Like, I would never deal with somebody like you. It was like, you got 8 kids and then she's like started going down like, yo, how old are the kids? And like, bro, like the kids are like, I mean, I think he said his youngest was like 2. So like, I'm gonna find this article. I'm gonna link it. But
we need to talk about that,
bro. I mean, low key, we could just talk about that whole situation. So be on the lookout for that episode. But like, let me just give you the pretense. Like, so essentially, he was just like, yeah, like all my baby's mamas, like I don't really mess with them like that. Cause she asked the question, she was like, why can't you be with any of your baby's mamas? And he was like, nah, like I just don't want that. Like I dealt with them in the past, like they got kids. He's like, and the thing is like, yo, I think he was like a truck driver or something like that. And he's like, yo, I like some of them he didn't pay for, but like he was still in their lives, like if they needed anything. So it wasn't like he was like a deadbeat or anything, but it's just like, bro, like you got 6 babies mamas and 8 kids, and don't quote me on that exact number, but it was like literally in that realm of like it was either like 8 babies mamas, 6 kids, or like 6, or it was probably like 6 kids, 8 babies mamas. All right,
Like,
either way, let's not even get into details. We'll get all the details later. But he was still like, yeah, I'm trying to look for a new girl, and it's like she was like, yo, like who is gonna want some dude with this many kids? Period. And like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, you're a major red flag, like, period. Like, bro, you got that many kids, that many different babies, mamas, and it's like, bro, like, and the thing is, the worst part is, like, these women dealt with him, even knowing that he had like 3 kids, 4 kids, like, even when he got to 5 kids, bro, like, it's just like, and women were still allowing him to like seed them, bro, like, and it's like,
so, I mean, it goes back to what a lot of manosphere people are saying. It's like the top percent of dudes, there's like a low percentage of dudes, only a certain percentage of dudes are messing with the majority of the females.
yeah,
because it's like one dude to these like 8 females or whatever, how many number of females.
yeah,
And it's like, as much as, yes, there are women out there that are just throwing the box around, there's as much dudes that are just
slanging that thing,
slanging it. And it's like, there has to be accountability on both sides. It's like, at what point do you like, man, I need to get a vasectomy, or I gotta start use kind of condoms or something? Because it's like, bro,
we've seen it. Dudes don't care about that stuff, bro. Like they just literally slinging wood out here, like just because, bro. And like dudes will be like, oh, I got a kid, like, and like low key, my father is like that, bro. Like, and that was like one of the things that was like the biggest turnoffs for me for like having multiple babies mamas and babies kids and like kids and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, like I'm not trying to be like that, bro. Like that first one, it's like, bro, I have brothers and sisters that I don't even know about, period. I've met one of my brothers in real life, and then there was 2 more. I had a brother, an older brother, and an older sister, or like a younger. Yeah, bro, it was, bro, my situation is so wild, bro. Like, we could even talk about that on another episode. I mean, like, bro, it's wild because, like, and then, like, it's like my dad has, like, no remorse, bro. Like, I've talked to him, and it's just like, bro, it's like talking to a brick wall, bro. Like he doesn't feel like he's done anything bad, and that goes back into like the older generation. Like I'm talking about like our parents and their grandparents, like where like their mentality for life was totally different, bro. Like
totally different. They had to settle.
And that's the thing is like, bro, like even back then, like there wasn't like, I don't feel like there was a divide. I feel like we were closer as Blacks back then, and then as we started getting like more and more rights, more and more leniency as far as like segregation going away and all these things, like we're kind of just like, yo, we don't have to be in the Black community, like we can branch out, we can do this, we can do that, which is fine. But like you have those people like who are just like, oh, if it ain't Black, I don't want it, this and that, and it's like, yo, that's cool. But then they try to like downplay people who aren't like with the same race and things like this, like, oh, you don't have a Black girlfriend, you don't have a Black wife, this and that, oh, you this and that. And it's like, bro, like, why does it matter? Like, I have a preference, like, and that's the thing too, is like everybody's like, oh, I have a preference, but that doesn't mean, like, I mean, I guess if you have a preference and you're just like, yo, I'm dead set on this, like I'm not dating Black women, then like that's just who you are. Like, but like even with that being said, I mean, I this whole like us against us, bro, it's like, yo, when you look in the mirror and it's like, yo, who's putting us down? It's like, yo, it's like us. Like, bro, like, cause like with comments like that, it's just like ridiculous, bro. It's like, bro, like you are a black man downplaying black women in general. And the thing is, like, if black men have it hard, then black women even have it harder because it's like, bro, like there's a certain level of respect that people hold for black men. And then I'm assuming that they're gonna put women underneath that if we're talking about equal rights, bro. So it's like, I just I don't mess with those dudes at all, bro. Like, and it's like, okay, like I didn't at first I didn't care so much that it's like, oh, they have all these allegations of like they're bringing females on the show for sexual favors and this and that. That's fine, bro. I don't care about that, bro. Like, whatever, like take advantage of all the opportunities that come with success. Boom. But then when it's like, bro, you recover from that, and it's like, okay, like, yo, we'll let that. And then they do the copyright shit, and it's like, bro, like, why, bro? Like you're shitting on smaller content creators for what, bro? You're already successful. You already have all the women you want. You're making money. You have a good thing set up. Like now you see somebody, you're supposed to be in a manosphere where you're supposed to be helping other men in general, but now you're shitting on the same men that gained the confidence to like put out stuff and like kind of like be like, oh, these dudes, like not even saying that they're the dudes who motivated them to do something, but like dudes are doing stuff now because they want to empower themselves, they want to have something for themselves, and then you're taking that all away in a heartbeat, bro. And it's like, bro, that is crippling. Like imagine, like, I mean, just going through a situation where you build something up and then it's all taken away like in a heartbeat, and then you have to rebuild it and everything like that. Like, bro, that's like, bro, it literally can make you not want to do anything ever again, especially like with all the legal stuff that you already have to deal with even becoming a brand, creating a business, all the things that happen once you're monetized, what you can and can't say, copywriting and things like that from like actual companies that will like literally sue you and stuff like that. And that's strike 2. So then we get to strike 3, where now you're literally just dogging black women out. And it's like, bro, like these are not the type of dudes that people need to be following. And it's like, the thing is, like I said before, I was like, no matter what, people are going to follow them, bro. Like, because they still believe that disrespecting women is dope. Like getting sex for like, or whatever they were getting for like coming on their show and clout chasing and this stuff like that. People are like, yo, like, this is what I want. Like, I just want to have a show where like I get all these Instagram models that come on and then like I can do whatever I want with them after this and that, because dudes are like that, bro. And it's like, there's a huge divide between like men in general right now, I think, because you have men who are working hard, who want to be successful, who want to do it the right way, 9 to 5 or working 40 hours, do whatever you want. And then you have this other set that just wants to see the world burn. It's like how I see it is like, bro, like as long as I'm getting mines, like it don't matter. Like I got girls, I got money, I got this, I got that. And it's like, bro, like that's cool and all. But like at a certain point that runs out, and that's why you see all these dudes who are like 40, 50, and it's like, bro, like I had a good time when I was young, but like I really wish I had somebody who like could hold me down, this and that, and they end up dying alone, bro. Like no cap. Like, so that's just my take on it, bro. Like I just can't mess with these dudes in general. And it's like, granted, like we have a lot to talk about, and we will talk about everything this year, but I mean, our talks are going to be random. Our talks are going to be streamlined to like a certain point, but like we have so much stuff that we can talk about in each one of these situations that it's not just one simple, like, this is wrong, this is right. You have to look at the whole picture when it comes to any of these situations. And it's like, bro, like that for me is like 3 strikes and you're out, because for everybody who's doing something like they are, you have like the Abba and Preach to that. So it's like Abba and Preach, literally they joke around, they like make fun of stuff and people and things like that. But it's like it's never like to be spiteful or hurtful, bro.
Yeah. So it's from an analytical standpoint where they can kind of be like, yo, why do people do this?
Yeah,
why do people do that?
Like, and they just laugh about it if it's funny. Like it's jokes, bro. Like, and that's the thing too, is like people are trying to cancel comedians and jokes and stuff like that. Like, bro, we need to all just chill. Like, the world is already stressful enough, bro. If I can't laugh without being crucified, like I don't even want to be here no more, bro. Like take me to Mars. Where Elon Musk at, bro? Like, because they gotta have comedy on Mars, bro. At this point, bro. Like, yo, I'm trying to go to Pluto, bro, so I could just laugh, bro. Like, it's getting to that point. But with that being said, I don't know if you have any closing remarks, Bob.
Oh man, I said what I need to say. Man.
Yo, you had a mouthful. This man was like, "Oh, I've been waiting." Like, I got something to say.
Like, don't make clout get to your head, man. And like, I get it. You have your preferences, but you don't have to disrespect black women, and by virtue disrespecting yourself because you're yourself for black. Because you can go anywhere around the world, and it doesn't matter if you're African, Caribbean, or Black American, Black British, Black Canadian. They're still gonna look at you as black. So it don't
matter where you come from. It's like, yo,
yeah,
if you was in
from the same
lobby,
place. Yeah,
be like, yo, that's like it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck.
Exactly.
Like, no cap. So,
but anyways, guys, that's all I have for today, and I'm pretty sure that's all Will has.
Yeah, I'm good. Oh wait, nah, I'm not done. You already know what I'm about to say. Hit that subscribe button. You gotta like it. Yo, share it to at least one friend, bro. Like I know
share
somebody.
It to 50 friends. 50.
All right, maybe two. But nah, bro. Like, yo, share the content. See what we got going on. We got a lot going on this year. And I'm excited about everything. Everything that we got going on is like dope. Like, so personally, if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's your personal preference. See what I did there? But
I saw what you did there.
Either way, liking and sharing our content helps us get one step closer to monetization. And monetization means that we can provide more content, more
for you.
Yeah, for sure. And we can do collaborations with people because like nobody wants to do a collab with us. Like, yo, I'm trying to like really get on somebody else's podcast and like talk my good stuff. Like, yo. But nah, like I just enjoy having like these intellectual conversations, as some would say, because I grew up in the suburbs and everything. Check out San Diego on Ganglands, season 5 and 6, as they said. Yeah. But yeah, man. Yo, like our stuff, subscribe, please. Like, you want me to beg? Like, ain't too proud to beg.
No, I will beg, bro.
Yo, chill, bro. Ain't too proud to beg, as they say. But nah, that's all I got. I'm just out here talking. I'm just enjoying being back to podcasting. It's been
a month, pretty much.
Essentially. I mean, we had a lot. I mean, it wasn't like we was on vacation for that.
No.
It was a lot
grinding.
of work. Yeah. So,
but we got some good stuff in store. But just stay tuned, and you'll see.
Yeah,
all our socials are in the description box. So
and low key, like we have a list of who subscribe to us. So like you might just start getting some codes, or who knows? I mean, we're building something right now. So
yeah.
I mean, once we get to 100 subs, I think that we will do our giveaway because 100 subs would be a nice number. So if you do sub to our channel, you can DM us and like send us a picture and everything like that, and we might have something for you earlier than the 100 subs. So let us know what you guys think. I know a couple people already followed us on Instagram. People have been hitting us up. We gained a couple followers while we were working. So anybody who joined us after the 50 mark, we appreciate you. I don't know who you are, but appreciate you for liking our content. And
really
that was between the times that we wasn't putting out content, bro. Like we were just like on a hiatus. But don't let me hold you guys here too long. I'll just talk all day. Okay. But till next time. Peace.